Hi guys, it's Nicole, and this week I am going to be sharing the third and fourth layouts that I did with the February Flavors of the Month kit. Today I'm going to be sharing what I chose to make with the Pebbles kit, which is the Kid at Heart line. I really like collections and lines that are like kid themed. I think they're just fun. Even if you're not doing like kid layouts, typically those collections have really good B-sides. So shocker, I'm gravitating more towards the B-sides. A lot of times when I show you this like real-time look at the kits, I tend to flip the pattern paper over to the side that I am more drawn to or that I think I will probably use. So we've got the 2 sheets of cardstock, the 3 sheets of pattern paper, and then we get 1/4 of a pack of the puffy alpha thickers, which the color is going to vary on these from kit to kit. And then we get 1/5 of a pack of the ephemera. And again, this is the part that I think is the fun element because this is what my 1/5 of a pack looks like. There are 4 other people out there who got the other parts of the ephemera kit. And then this is the pattern paper add-on. So these are the 2 additional sheets of cardstock that go with this line. And then the add-on for the embellishments is it's 6x12 stickers, I think. Yeah. So basically you get half a pack. So if you get the embellishment add-on, half of us get this sheet, half of us get another sheet that I don't know what it looks like. But that's why I like to go back to the Facebook group and go into the album for like the current month and see what like subscribers and other design team members are doing, because more than likely somebody else got the other die cuts. One of the favorite things with the pattern papers, believe it or not, for me was the branding strips. So I cut off the branding strip that had rainbows on it. And then there was one that had little like rainbow colored circles, but in each circle there's like a little smiley face looking thing. So I trimmed those off first and set them aside. And then I quickly showed, I did almost a full size 8.5 by 11 photo collage. I had about 6 or 7 photos that I wanted to use. I narrowed it down to 6 and left the center photo area blank. Ooh, apparently it's a rough hair day for me. And normally you guys know that I will like wallpaper the background, and I kind of wanted to do that, but for some reason I was wanting to do something just a little bit more interesting, especially knowing that most of it was going to be covered up by the photo collage. So the parts that peek out, I just wanted it to be a little bit more interesting. So I somehow got the idea to cut my papers into triangles, and I hate triangles, but I think in this aspect I'm okay with it because most of it's getting covered up, and really I just want where the papers meet. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for just an angled area of where the 2 pattern papers are going to meet. And this early in the process, it wasn't occurring to me what was going to happen, but this ends up being probably the most perfect thing that I could have done. Like, had I actually thought this all the way through, I could claim that I was smart. I didn't. I tend to just wing things as I go along. If things don't fit perfectly, I just start slicing off little slivers here and there, which is pretty much what I'm doing here. This honestly took me the longest out of everything, but I personally like to have just a little bit of the white cardstock showing in between the layers. I just think it's fun. So I just keep slicing until it looks right to me. I think this piece I cut it 3 or 4 different times. I'm sure there's a method to measuring and getting it right the first time. That's no fun. I like to just keep slicing. So at this point, you can kind of see what's going on. Now, when I got to put the photos on here was kind of when it dawned on me that that was a good thing to do, because now all those little like white gutters between the pattern paper are all sort of going towards my photo collage. So it was kind of a happy accident that I had created this background design element that was sort of forcing the photo collage to continue to be the star of the show here. You guys know I don't really follow like design principles and stuff like that. So it was just kind of like, hey, look at that. Look at that happy little accident that just happened. I brought back in the branding strips that I cut off. I just use a pencil to kind of measure the width of my photo collage. This is something that I just like to do. I like using little strips of paper to bring in more pattern, bring in more color. I like having more of like a finished edge to areas that have photos. This is just something that is in my personal style. This may not be something that you enjoy, and I'm not saying that you need to do this. I'm just explaining why I do it. I keep seeing some of these certain questions or comments, not even on my videos. Like when I go to comment on somebody else's video and I read their comments, I'm like, they did it because they liked it. If you don't like it, don't do it on your layout. Like, it's just sharing. Sharing is caring. That kind of thing. So at this point, I'm going back to the area that I left open in the middle. I figured this would be a good place with such a large photo collage taking up most of my layout. I figured, okay, I'll squeeze my journaling and my title into this area, which is something that I do a lot and I enjoy it. And then this is another thing that I do a lot. I will cut apart die cuts to make them work for me. I absolutely loved the little trio of butterflies. The little avocado guy I find hilarious. He doesn't fit with my photos, so I'm not real sure when or how I'm going to use him, but he's staying. The giant floral cluster, I've done this before too. I will cut it in half so that I can use it as like a base in two areas instead of using it on one. I really thought maybe I'd be able to use that bike since it's a kid's layout, but you guys know how I feel about bikes. That one though, I may set aside. My daughter got a new bike for her birthday, so at least I have like a literal interpretation to use that die cut, but we'll see. I did pull from my stash. I just have like a whole bundle of like random like alphabet and like label stickers. I don't even know what these are. I got them from a crop. Like they were one of those things that like they leave out on your table for free. But I like the fact that they're just blank labels, lots of different colors. So I think I end up using like 2 or 3 on this layout. I thought I was going to use this cute little bunny, so I kind of butchered the flowers off of him. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll be able to tuck him in somewhere. I forgot about him. He went back in the kit. So, spoiler alert, didn't end up using him. Printed my journaling, and I just kind of eyeball the space that I have. I did rough up the corners of the pattern paper and my journaling piece just to give it a little bit more interest and not look so flat being with the photo collage. And then I knew that I wanted to use those tile stickers for my title. I've said this before. If I can get a title with whatever was included in the main kit, that's what I'm going to do. So sometimes it just is already a title piece and I'm like, okay, that's what my title is going to be. In this instance, it's letters. So with letters, I just have to kind of make sure that there's enough for what I want to say. If there isn't, like in this case, I think I wanted something else, but I didn't have enough room. And I didn't like the look of using like one word in the purple and then one word in the white. I didn't like it. So I just decided to go with Patio Play because I had enough letters in either color to do that. I went with the purple though because it's going on white cardstock, and to me it just stands out a little bit better. Man, my hair is bad on this day. You don't think about what your hair looks like from the back, but it is what it is. And then those 3 little butterflies that I sort of chopped apart, I am just going to find places that I can tuck them to where it's not covering up anything in the photos. And again, this was kind of like an accidental design element where all of my embellishments are sort of in a diagonal from the upper right corner to the lower left corner, which is then just sort of working really well with my collage. So there's the completed layout. I've got some close-up photos. Tomorrow I'm going to be back with the fourth kit, which is Simple Stories, Happy Hearts. I saved my favorite for last. And I will catch you guys next time and in the comments below. Bye!